and welcome to Billie the Collector. I'm trying to collect everything in Golden Sun and my progress is currently at 46%. Previously, Ivan learned Reveal from Master Hammet. With that, we rescued Jisu from some rocks and continued on to the Lamakan Desert. Next up, we are still in this scalding hot desert. Let's see if we can find a way out. And I think it's this way, but I probably forgot something. Is it here? Yeah, it is. There are the coins. Lucky numbers. And go back. Ooh, narrowly missing the whole damage thing. We're probably gonna take that anyway here. Yep, ow. Let's heal. Which way? This way? I don't think it mattered. No. Cool soundtrack. If only it were orchestrated, would be even better. Something here? No. Oh, there's the sand again. This does seem suspicious. Yeah, it is. The old hidden cave behind the waterfall. Only in this case it's a sandfall. Oh wow. More things here. Maybe something down here? Well, there's a circle. It's an oasis. Nice. Oh, and more. This is a trap. And that is a treasure, which contains a mint. Nice. Let's give that one to Ivan to keep. Our second mint. By the way, I did give Isaac that Falcon Axe, but I think it'd be better to give that to Garrett. Because he doesn't have a weapon that can unleash something. While Isaac already had a Arctic Blade. And the Claymore isn't better. But it is better than the Arctic Blade, but whatever. It's so hot here, we can use a Blizzard Unleash from the Arctic Blade. Yeah, let's do some cooling off and we get on. Well, more up here? No. Yeah. Nothing behind these waterfalls. But perhaps after this one? Yeah, oh, that's a monster. Let's save first. Do we need to do some prep? It's probably water related, heat related, or maybe because we're in a desert, maybe earth related. I'll just do the wind and water ones. And hopefully we'll survive the 4 turns it takes for them to get back. Maybe Isaac will be healing duty with the instead of Mia. Or maybe both. Yeah? Right. First up. Just unleash Ragnarok and the Heatwave. First up some damage. You do Thor. That's a new one. And Boreas, also a new one. Oh, that's cool. Oh, and blast him with lightning. 455 damage. That's pretty good. And his wind power increases way. Of course, good old Ragnarok. That also has something to do with Thor, so good theming. Yeah, Heatwave is less effective. Oh, survive. Come on, Ivan. Oh, okay. And Boreas is a huge snow cone. Alright. Whoa, major damage. Oh, he attacks twice, and now Ivan is dead. Come on. Another Water of Life. I think your best bet is still Heatwave. And Mia, I think you'll have to do some healing. Which, by guessing which one is gonna get hit. You ain't gonna be fast, so... It's Isaac. Oh. And now she has another attack which has no effect. Nice. Alright, keep healing. Isaac, you do normal attacking. Hopefully you unleash a blizzard, which is quite effective. Ivan, do you have your wind power increased still? If so, you can do a plasma. Mia should just heal Isaac, just in case. That's only 45. That blizzard also is just not that effective. Nowhere. Ow! That's major damage. Yeah. And a delude, which is effective on the boys. Or Ivan. Because he's a little boy. I don't think Synergy has that effect from the loot. I hope. Well, maybe we should just heal with Isaac. Especially Ivan. I did Plasma, the Storm Ray is better. And Mia does need it. Better damage, not that much. Good. Ah, he's gone. Level 18. That's good coin. Yep. Still some Djinn to recover. We'll wait for that to get a wish well. Or wish spell. There's the first Djinn. Do a wish, please. And we're all healed again. Almost. Oh, we're out of here. Cool. Right, next step, next town. But first, there is not a peninsula here. So that means... I thought it meant that we got another genie. I totally didn't realize I attacked all of them at once. It's the same enemy. Oh well. It was here, right? Maybe you should do a save just in case. Because Djinn are pretty strong when you have to battle them. Because of all the synergy. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, do a Ragnarok and a Heat Wave and a Storm Ray and a... I don't think I've seen Icehorn yet. Yeah, that's damage. Yeah, see? That's a lot of damage. I saw him just more icicles. Mia, heal if you still can when it's your turn. No, already failed. Alright, that's our first Djinn of the episode. Hopefully we'll get another one soon. And we have to equip that on Isaac. Class change to a Gallant. And we'll get another synergy, that is the Gaia. Alright. We'll have to use that once. Oh, can't go that way. Alright, this way then. Gaia. I think I saw a Djinn use that. Pretty amazing looking. Yeah, the ground just erupting. Ah, Garrett's sleeping. Yep, all healed up. More sleeping. And now it's Mia. We have to get rid of those first. Oh. More allies. Be gone, Death Cap. Yeah. And now the undead with all our might there. Not enough, thank you. That was enough. And more. Just one for Isaac for that one, and the rest gang up on the fourth one. And Garrett leveled up. Flare Storm. We have to see how that looks on the next enemy. I don't think anything's up there, so... A town and a cave. Let's do the town first. Kalay. That's a familiar name. Pretty Middle Eastern inspired town. Oh, Lord Hammet. Alright. That's the party Ivan was with at the beginning of the game. He still isn't back? Right, he was caught. I forgot that. Makes sense. Let's kill a shallow with cucumber and yogurt. Tzatziki? That's Greek inspired, so... So the bridge has been rebuilt, so we can get back to the other towns up north. Which we will do. Maybe this episode, maybe next. First off, let's catch a net. Thank you. Sure. More than a... Is that possible? Are people getting that age? Huh. Todompa. So, good thief, bad thief. What do you have to say? Something interesting? I haven't visited yet. Well, he is saying otherwise, but whatever. Alright. Whoa, it's busy here. They're all going to Tolby. Colosso? Colossus is in Greece. So maybe this is Turkey or something? You're also going? Pretty sure I'll end up there anyway. Everyone is going. Hey, that's a one with a portrait. You also? Yeah. Oranos. Nice. I think we'll meet you further on in the story. You probably not. You're a basic sprite. Oh. Those are sheiks. So indeed, little Middle Eastern. Gondwan is Middle Eastern, right? Alright. Did you also want to go? Yeah. So that's the tour guide. Right. Big town. Well, we're gonna go anyway. But I guess we have to talk to that lady. Well, pretty sure it's captured. What's in here? Kalay tunnel. Alright. I have to block that water. Hey, Djinn. Nice. Is it a battling one? I don't think it is, but just to be sure. It's not. Close your ears. Scorch. And that's our fourth for Garrett, so he'll become a warrior. Wait, what did he gain? Guard, protect, impair. So just a bunch of stat ups or downs. Don't think I'll ever use that, but you never know. Something in here? Whoa, this is pretty big. Wonder what it's for. that's locked. Luckily there are no enemies here. Although it is a kind of suspicious cave, so... more like canal. Wait, that's... went to the same place. Right? Hey, there are things here. No, it only looked like the same thing, but it isn't. Well, guess we can't get it yet. Let's get back. Oh. That leads to the palace. It's probably the place up north. Guess we'll have to get in the regular way. Right, back out here. I think I explored this section of the town. Maybe they were saying something... nothing important. Alright, let's hunt for some items. I'll be back when I see something. Oh, there it is. It's a sleep bomb. By the way, this is a way better way to check the items with reveal. There is something here. A vial. Yeah, there's something. It's 11 coins. It's a smoke bomb. And what is this? A elixir. I think that was everything. I'm still missing one nut, but maybe it's up here. This is Lord Hammet's palace. The Lord is away. Please, be gone. We will happily welcome visitors once Lord Hammet has returned. Leave this to me. Leave this to me. It is I. Please permit me to see Lady Layana. Don't you recognize me? I am Ivan, servant to Lord Hammet. Ivan? I didn't recognize you. You're so tan, but it is really you, Ivan. Oh, it's Ivan. You've grown so much in such a short time, Ivan. Have I really changed that much? No. You probably wouldn't know. You only met me after I got left involved. That doesn't matter. What's important is that your thieves freed you. What? Please tell us, will Lord Hammet be freed soon too? Freed? Lord Hammet is prisoner? You haven't heard? I can see we'll need to fill you in on everything. This is a private matter. Would your friends please leave? No. I want to hear it. My companions and I have overcome many hardships together. Very well then. Why were you not with Lord Hammet? I remained involved to look for her stolen rod. Stolen? Someone stole his rod? Yes, the shaman's rod, but I was able to recover it. Then Lord Hammet must still be imprisoned in Lumpa. I must report this to Lady Layana. Ivan, Come see Layana with me. You can explain it all to her. Isaac, you saw Lord Hammet heading north, didn't you? That must have been when Lord Hammet went to watch Lumpa. Lady Layana will surely be glad to hear your tale. Please, come with me and tell her the full story. Sure. We'll explore the outside later. Oh, another one of those recap moments. Not that funny this time. When I heard that you were back, Ivan, I had dared to hope that Lord Hammet had returned with you. We thought Lord Hammet had been released from Lumpa too. We sent the ransom money they demanded, so we should return soon, right? What's been happening in Lumpa these days? The leadership in Lumpa passed from its founder, Lumpa, the noble thief, to his son Dompa, and then to Lumpa's grandson. The Dompa is a very evil man. His father, Dompa, is heartbroken at the state of Lumpa now. When did you send the ransom money? Let's see. First, the volcano erupted. And the ransom note came right after the eruption. We rushed the money to them right away. I remember it well. It's been quite a while since your eruption. Is it possible they have no intention of letting Lord Hammet go? Yeah, probably. You think so too, Isaac? Are you saying the Dompa won't release Hammet? I agree with Ivan. If they were going to release him, they have done it by now. I am sorry, Lady Layana, but I think Ivan might be right. What should we do? How can we rescue Hammet? What if something has happened to him? Let us handle this. My lady, this is exactly what the soldiers of Kalay are here for. Yes, Lady Layana, please let us handle this. Command us to attack and we shall. I cannot do that. Not without thinking it over carefully. How can we guarantee Hammet's safety if we send soldiers to attack? I cannot do it. I cannot put Hammet's life at risk. Can't we do something to help? Yeah, we should help. Oh, well, it's about time you started agreeing with me, Isaac. What are you two talking about? Garrett thinks that we can help. It is too dangerous. If you fail, your lives will be endangered too. Besides, don't you have your own quest to pursue? Yeah, probably, but we can always use some time to help others. I thought so. I knew there had to be a reason Ivan had stayed with you. Instead of returning home directly from Vault. Well, the bridge was gone, so... Then, what will happen to Lord Hammet? Hammet is a good hostage for them. They will not kill him. We shall wait for another message from Lumpa. Lady Layana, I cannot leave like this. It will be fine, Ivan. Hammet would not want to distract you from... From what? I apologize. I have said more than I should. Yeah, from what? It sounds like Hammet knows about our mission, doesn't it? I suppose I can keep it a secret no longer. Very well, I shall tell you. He swore an oath to a Jupiter adept. A Jupiter adept? Have you heard of a village called Vale? Why, yes, we're from there. You are from Vale? Really? Then the prophecy was true. What prophecy? 3 years after the terrible storm that struck only Mount Aleph, Ivan must depart on a journey with warriors from Vale. So it was foretold. Was that Master Hammet that did that? I've heard nothing of any such prophecy. It happened several years before Hammet founded Kalay. He was off traveling. Hammet felt he had reached an impasse as a merchant then. He risked his life on a journey to find a new source of business. He was in mortal danger at the southwestern edge of the world, when some adepts appeared and saved his life. He had lost consciousness. When he awoke, he found himself in their village. Just a moment. Am I from that village? Yes, the adept gave him the shaman's rod and you, along with some doubloons. Wow. Doubloons? Were they golden doubloons? How do you know? Yes, let's see, you are called... I am Mia, Lady Layana. It was a lot of gold, Mia, but he also received some business advice. Business advice, Hammet? The greatest merchant ever known? Yes, Garrett, Hammet has the adepts to thank for his success. Wow, I never heard anything like that. He was advised to buy silk in Xi'an and sell it in Tolby. To see anything sell so well, it's like a dream come true. There's no denying that was when Hammet picked up his knack for business. Did he have to promise them anything in return? Ah yes, Ivan. It is something you will need on your journey. Something we need on your journey? The adept asked Hammet to use the shaman's rod to obtain it. He looked for this object wherever he went, but he could never find it. Then, 3 years ago, a storm struck on that hit only Mount Aleph. Hammet was worried that time was running out. But he had managed to unearth a clue just in time. That, Ivan, is why he took you on. That, Ivan, is why he took you with the caravan on his last journey north. I had no idea, so that must be why he left the rod in my care. But then... No, Ivan, you mustn't blame yourself. It was my carelessness that caused the rod to be stolen, and ultimately, that's why Lord Hammet is being held in Lumpa. You must continue your journey and complete your quest. You can't blame yourself. But what will happen to Lord Hammet? I will handle this. And don't forget the soldiers of Kalay. Continue on your journey and do not worry about Hammet. I am sorry I cannot tell you more about the shaman's rod. No, don't apologize. The shaman's rod will help us with that thing we need on our quest, right? Will you look for it? Sure. If Isaac says we will, then there's nothing to worry about. Very well, take care of yourselves. Return to your post, everyone. Alright. Let's see if we can find some more items in the castle. Don't think it's that very big a place. Oh. There is a water jacket. Cool. Is that good? Let's give those bombs to Garrett. Well, pretty good. But who should equip it? 6 more, 10 more, 11 more, and 13 more. So... anything on this side? But I suspect something. We'll help him. There it is. There is the nut. Guess we're done with the items. And that's the other way to that canal. Quick check, so make sure we don't forget anything. Alright, well, we're out of time, so I guess we have to do shopping in the next episode. And we will continue by going north back to our hometown, because there are some things we can do there. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!